Hello and welcome back to the Glimmer Witch. So today we have my sister Sky, who came back after 4 weeks. She had most nails intact. She had 2 that had broken. One had broken off, one was lifted. So I've repaired those 2, but they're on the other hand. So I'm showing just this hand until later on. So we are doing a simple, well, not a simple design, but pinks. She likes her pinks. We're also doing a chrome finger, although I don't show the chrome finger. And I just need to apologise that I haven't put any content up for a few days. It's been quite busy. I haven't had time to film. And I've done one video which I wasn't able to export for some stupid reason. I've tried numerous times. And then I did a set today, which I was going to film. And the angle was wrong, so I went to change it to do the angle, thought I'd pressed record and hadn't, so I didn't record any of it, so I'm fuming. So I promise you I will try and get some content up. I've got a couple of sets in tomorrow, but we're slap bang in the midst of silly season, so please bear with me. It is very, very busy. Next week I am chock-a-block, so it's going to be very difficult to have enough time to do a video and upload it in enough time to leave space for the next one. So please bear with me. On a side note, other than that, I'm okay. I've had a couple of sets which didn't go as well as I hoped them to. That is usual, that is normal. If you are following me on Instagram, you'll have seen my Grinch set. My client absolutely loved them, but I didn't. I loved all of the nails except for the Grinch nail. I practiced it 2 or 3 times. I chucked it in the bin because I got pissed off. So actually, Wednesday for the last week, I've been stressing about this bloody Grinch set. And Wednesday morning when it came time to do it, I'm not going to lie, you know, I was shitting it. Big style. I did the best I could with my skill level at painting skills being what it is. It looks more like the rubbish monster from Sesame Street than the Grinch, but you know, hey ho, moving on. So Sky is having this Christmassy design, but it's not in your face Christmas. So going in on this index finger with my white acrylic, and the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to be using glitters and I don't want anything to contaminate that white, pure and simple. So the first bead goes on halfway up because I'm going to get that bit nice and covered first. I have done all of my usual removal, my prep, I've dehydrated, laid my little clear base, and we are now just doing the design. So that bead goes on at the cuticle and we just tap, tap, tap around the sides and then pull the rest of that product down. Keeping it as neat as I possibly can. Now my sister is a hairdresser, so her hands take a bit of a battering actually. So 4 weeks is pretty bloody good. I was quite impressed with that. So this is coconut milk, one of the easiest whites to use. Or I think it is the easiest white actually. I've only ever used Snow White when I got my Try Me kit. Haven't used it since. I moved to Milky Pink because when I first started I was doing a lot of ombre and it's perfect for ombre. And then they brought coconut milk out, so I've stuck to coconut milk ever since. I love it. Okay, so on this finger we are doing a full finger of Amore. So I am getting that bead, I'm placing it at the cuticle. Can you see how that bead is falling down that nail while I'm tapping and swiping round the top? It's falling down that nail. I'm then going to walk the rest of that product down and then I'll come in with my second bead. I will say today's set went very well. But yeah, just not had a lot of time to get the camera set up in between people, because I do waxing as well. So very often I'm switching between having the table out and putting it away to get someone in for waxing, and of course that eats into my spare time in between sets. So unfortunately that is the downside to being a popular nail tech. The upside being, of course, it's paying for Christmas. So there we go. So on this little finger, going in with a bead of that Amore at the cuticle, tap, 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 swipe the rest down the nail, because we're going to be doing a glitter fade type thing. I just want the coverage in that bag. Oh no, it's not, I don't, I'm lying. This is the finger that's going to have the chrome on, so I'm going to paint it black. So I built the nail with Amore. See? Because it's been a few days. Anybody with fibro suffers from this terrible side effect called fibro fog, which means that basically you become incredibly stupid. And for me, if I've slept since I've done something, the likelihood of me remembering it gets slimmer and slimmer. So I did this set on Monday. Was it Monday? Tuesday? Tuesday. It's only Thursday. I've been asleep twice since then. So just checking from all angles that I've got that where I need it. So a little bead there. Because Sky is a hairdresser and she does like her nails quite long, I like to have a highish apex for her. It worked last time, so I'm not going to change it. So on this middle finger, we are using a mix of Copper Penny and Cupcake, because she loved both of them. So I am double dipping. But on this middle finger, we're doing like a stripe thing. So at the top, we're putting the Copper Penny in. And then I'm coming in with that Cupcake underneath. Now, is it Cupcake and Copper Penny? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Just checking. Cupcake and Copper Penny. And then we're going to do that bottom section. So the middle stripe is the Cupcake. Or it's the other way round, one or the other. It's those two glitters anyway. Picked up far too much glitter on that, see? Far too much glitter. So once I've got the glitter on there and I've got it where I want it to be, I've moved it around, I've got the coverage I want, I flatten it down. If you flatten it down as much as possible, it will stop it being so bulky. And you know, glitter can be bulky, especially multi-cut ones, if you pick up too much, in which case swipe some off, and if you don't flatten it down, because then you just cut into your glitter when you file. So on the thumb, we are just double dipping into both those glitters and just getting a bit of both. Beautiful, beautiful set. And we are then doing a Christmas jumper style nail on the white nail. We are going to be using a black gel polish and a chrome pigment on the little finger. And she has some stamping on one of the glitters. So I think 2 tacks in. But again, nice opportunity to sit with my sister and my dad for a couple of hours. So Sky will be back in now in January. So she's booked back in. And it's always nice when you get a client that you do for the first time, they come back the first time to find out, you know, what issues have you had? How has it gone? How are you all coping? You know, are you jam-packed for Christmas? Make sure you drink lots of liquid. Make sure you do get a comfort break. I've been very strict with my clients. They have strict instructions this year to make it as easy as possible for me. Look at that. I love it when I'm watching my videos back. It might sound really big-headed actually, but I love it when I'm watching them back and I do something so right that it's just, wow, can't believe I did that. Because, especially recently, because I had a little spate last week. I don't know whether it's because I was still feeling ill or I had a little spate where things didn't go quite to plan. And I had one of those crisis moments, you know the ones. The ones where you do a set and you think, how can I possibly have taken 30 billion steps back? How can I have done that? And it is just the nature of this business. You will just have days where it doesn't go right. And I say it, I give this advice all the time. Move on, learn from it. Don't listen to my own bloody advice, do I? No, I wallow in self-doubt. So that Grinch for me is playing on my mind. But do you know what? What you've got to take away from it is all the other nails were beautiful. I was really happy. The hand-painted hand with the bauble went really, really well. My client loved them. Absolutely loved them. And that is the main thing, is that you're making your client happy. And for someone like me who does such individual sets for people based on what they want, that's the key element. So coming in to do that Christmas jumper now, I am using white gel polish. It's actually CJP's Alps. And I'm then sprinkling clear acrylic powder over the top of it. You could use a sparkly powder, white powder. You could use a plain white powder. You could use glitter. I've not tried it. Me personally, a glittery Christmas jumper probably wouldn't give the same effect. But, you know, it all works the same. Now, I haven't matte top coated this nail. It is white acrylic. So what I've done before I've done anything is I have filed that nail and buffed it so that it is smooth, but it is matte, because you're not going to top coat. Why are you not going to top coat? Because it ruins it. It looks horrible. Don't top coat your Christmas jumper nails. They look better matte. So just place some stamping on that finger. It's so quick, there's no point me trying to show you it. But I think I'll show on this one where we come in. So I'm using the Born Pretty Jelly Stamper. Didn't pick up properly on that. Not because there's something wrong with the stamper, because of my technique. Stamping is not as easy as people think it is. So you need to play around. You need to have sort of practice. And if it goes wrong, do it again. There's me picking it up and realising I haven't wiped the old design off, by which time it's too late. But we got the pattern on there. So that was a Born Pretty stamper that I got from Amazon. It's really nice, clear jelly stamper. And I was using Moyu's white stamping polish. I then do my coat of black for my chrome, and I top coat the other nails. When I am stamping, I top coat that stamped nail, I float it across it, I cure it for 30 seconds, they bring it back out, I give it another thin top coat that will seal that stamping in. On the thumb, which was more on the other hand, we are doing the snow effect, so I have shown that. So I just use my Line It Fine brush from CJP to pick up that white gel polish, do it around the cuticle and come down as if it's icicles. I'm then using clear acrylic powder to set it. It then goes into the lamp for 60 seconds. So I'm showing the same thing on a different finger on this hand. So we just go around the top, keep a cheap brush and some isopropyl alcohol in case you flood that cuticle, because you want it to be raised. It doesn't need to be flat. Otherwise it doesn't look the same. If you flood the cuticle, you just clean up before you cure it. And that's exactly what happened on this one. It ran back into her cuticle. So I've got a cheap brush, some isopropyl, and we just clean it up. Job done. This also works very well for gel polish, which is why I do it, because you all know my gel polish isn't great. So I had it out already in case that black went everywhere. So once that's done, into the lamp. So I'm going to top coat first time while I'm there, cure for 30 seconds, cure the stamped ones again, after I top coated them again, sorry, for 60 seconds. And that is your finished set. Nice and Christmassy. Thank you very much for watching. I will try and get some more content up soon. Love you all. Thank you all. Bye-bye for now.